Hello viewers, welcome to Resumption Preparation with Teacher Jaja. Thank you for joining us today. If you're just seeing my video for the first time, I will say thank you for being part of our lesson. But to help you know what we've been doing, because it's a series on preparation for resumption for teachers, we have dropped 2 or 3 other videos, so I'll encourage you to go back, watch it, and then join again. It will help you to connect with what we have been doing. We have dropped a video on general preparation for resumption or introduction to preparation for resumption for teachers, and then we have done some parts of the preparation. How do you prepare with your lesson plan? How do you prepare with your scheme of work? We're done with that. So today we would be talking about preparing for classroom management. I know that you would be wondering, do I really need to prepare for classroom management? Maybe if I just go into the class, whatever the children come up with, I will be able to manage them. No, 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 no. So sorry. You need to prepare for classroom management. If not, the children will sweep you off balance. So before I go in, please remember to like my video, follow, share, hit the notification button so that when I drop the next video, you would know, and then um, watch out for the next one or the next information. Thank you so much for being part of this platform, preparing the teachers for resumption. So today we would go quickly into preparing to manage my classroom. So what is classroom management? Classroom management is just simple, your ability to control the learner so that learning can take place effectively. Now, when teaching is effective, learning is effective, it shows that there's effective classroom management. So that is what classroom management is all about. So quickly, how do I prepare to manage my class? To manage your class, you start with the first thing, which is classroom arrangement. How do you arrange your class? You need to arrange your class as a teacher in such a way that you're able to move around the children. This way, you're able to manage your class. Now, if you have a class where you can only stand in front of the class, you're not able to reach the children behind, those behind would kind of disrupt the class sometimes, and you're not able to reach them. So you have to shout out to them for them to concentrate, or always remind them to concentrate, which can actually disrupt the class. Another thing you need to know is sitting arrangements. There are learners that can never sit together. So you need to know that. So when you work on this, you should be able to pair your learners such that it will allow learning to do what? To take place. Another thing you would quickly do in preparation for classroom management would be resources. Now, sometimes you find teachers in the process of teaching, they now try to reach out for one thing or the other. No, 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 no. It has a way of disrupting your class. So what do? You need to keep your resources handy. So before you start your lesson, you're going to need a pen. Have the pen by your side. You're going to need a pencil. Let it be there. You're going to need flashcards. Let it be there. And let it be in progressive order. That means first thing first, the next one, and the next one, so that you can quickly do what? Reach out to what you want, pick them up, and use them. Now, if you don't do this, in the process of trying to take a second from the children to pick up one or two things, the class will be disrupted, and it will be difficult for the children to connect with you once again. Then another thing that will help you manage your class is let your class be activity-based classroom. It shouldn't be you doing everything. It shouldn't be you standing in front of the children and just talking. When children participate in class activities, it makes them involved. That's where you're able to manage your classroom effectively. So let it be an activity-based classroom. Another thing you need for you to be able to manage your class, you need to understand or know the milestones of the children you're teaching. How old are they? How do they learn? How do they play? How do they react to things? When you have this information, you would be able to even create activities that are age appropriate, and you would understand your learners at that age, and you'll be able to manage them effectively. Another thing I would quickly like to tell you is don't generalize questions. As teachers, what do? You enter the class, you say, who can tell me the characteristics of living things, for example. Oh. Then the children start raising their hands. At some point, when you're not asking them, they start shouting, and before you know it, it takes you a whole lot of time to calm the children down to be able to get the feedback that you want. So, what do? Direct the question to a learner using their names. So, for example, you can say, Janet, what are the characteristics of living things? You want to ask another question directly to someone. Now, when you do this, the children know that when you want to ask me a question, you're going to call my name. That way, your class is effectively managed. Now, also move from silent fingers to talking fingers. As teachers, we always tell the children, if you need anything, raise your silent finger. So now sometimes, because the finger is silent as a teacher, you might not see it quickly if it's in a large classroom. So you can keep going on and you will not see the child. And so it becomes what? It becomes a problem. So the child sometimes might need to yell or might need to disrupt the class for you to know that, okay, I need your attention. So you can move from that to what? To talking fingers. This has really helped me in the classroom. I will show you how this works in a minute. Now, I just have this in the classroom. So I put it across the tables. So what happens? I call it talking fingers. So if you need help, you just do this. You raise this up. I need help. So as I'm teaching, I see this. So I just come to you while I'm even still addressing or giving information in the classroom. I come to you. I pause and then I pay attention to you. Now you need to ask a question. You do this, you raise it up. Now, when children do this in the classroom, they're not using their voice, but their fingers are doing what? Talking, because they're raising this with their fingers. You can try it and see, and then give me a feedback if it actually works. And children love it a lot, especially when you make it to be colorful. Mine is just plain white, but you can make it red, blue, yellow, and all of that. And you have a group of this on each table. When I mean each table, where you have group of children, and then when they want to use this, they just raise it up. The class is quiet, but a child is asking a question, the finger is talking at the same time. So just try it and give me feedback if it actually worked in your classroom. Now you can also match level of attainment with workload. What I mean is, when you're giving the children work to do to be able to manage your class effectively, what is their level of attainment? What is their speed? So a child that has speed, you can have extension fun activities, so that when the child is done with what the child is supposed to do, the child can have some fun activities to do while waiting for the others to finish. Or you can give the child something based on the child's speed. So let's say it's mathematics, for example. I know people will say you like using math. Not really. Maybe you have 10 questions for the children to answer. Who can finish 10 questions, let's say, in 10 minutes? Who can finish 10 questions, let's say, in 20 minutes? Now, if you want that activity to be 10 minutes, the child that cannot finish 10 questions in 10 minutes should not be doing 10 questions in 10 minutes, because the child will be pulling the class back. The one that can finish 10 questions in 10 minutes should not be given 5 questions to do, because that child would finish quickly and then will start disrupting the class. So it's either you have extended activity, extended fun activity. When I finish my work, I go to do that. It's still part of the learning, but I'm having fun doing it while I'm waiting for others. I think with these few tips, you should be able to prepare well to manage your class effectively. Thank you for joining us today. Once again, but before I draw the curtain, if you like me to help your teachers prepare for resumption, I am available, and I offer other services like trainings for teachers. So you could contact me for training for your teachers, and I can assure you that it will be an effective one. Thank you for joining us. Once again, please kindly follow, like, share, and then hit the notification button so that when I drop the next video, you would be the first to know have done so. Thank you once again. Bye-bye.